Hi everyone! So today we'll be taking a look at mixes that Perylene Violet could make, and that's Perylene Violet made with PV29. And today I'll be using the one from White Nights, which is already in this palette here, and the colors that I'll be mixing with it are the ones that are in this palette as well. And this is my upgraded Sonnet White Nights palette. If you want to see all the colors in here, I already have a video swatching them all out. This is the video. I'll link it down below. With the exception of one color, which is down here, PBK11. I'll see which one I could find for that. Either Daniel Smith or Van Gogh, we'll see. And again, the paper that I'm using today is from Bao Hong, and it's 100% cotton paper, artist grade, 300 GSM. As for the brush, I'll be using this Tintoretto synthetic squirrel brush today. This one is a size 30. All right, let's get started. So we have here Perylene Violet PV29, and the reason I have White Nights version is because, you know, White Nights is cheap, right? I mean, it's not cheap, but it is affordable for most. And I wanted to try this pigment, and I thought a good way to try it is to buy the one from White Nights. And I don't particularly like White Nights granulation in general, like the texture of their granulation, but transparent colors are usually fine, and Perylenes are usually transparent, so I thought I'd give it a go. Let's see if I could pack on some more pigment here. It does seem to act sort of like, you know, quinacridones or phthalos in that it's very transparent and high tinting. The color you see here is a bit sort of like I want to say like, okay, the name is Perylene Violet, but it really isn't a color that when I see first glance I would call a violet, like, ooh, that's a violet. No. I'd say it's more of it like a wine color, but like, I don't know, it not Bordeaux, not red wine. It's just a very odd, like, brown red violet, if that makes sense in any way. I hope I'm making sense. So my swatch here is pretty okay. What you see here isn't granulation, but I'm assuming is the texture of the paper. So hopefully when it dries, it'll be more even for you to see. I actually had a subscriber let me know that their White Nights version of Perylene Violet, so basically the same brand, the same color, same pigment. I'll put a picture up on the screen here what they showed me, but basically there's granulates, and it's so odd. So I just wanted to put it out there and ask if any of you have the same issue. If anyone has this White Nights PV29, can you please let us know down below which one is like the correct one or not? That would be really helpful. Okay, let's get into the mixes. First up is PR122. So this is a quinacridone magenta pigment, but White Nights call theirs Quin Rose. This is one of my favorite pigments just because I didn't have a Quin Rose in my starting palette. I had this one in Sennelier's brand. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put in a lot of pigment here because Perylene Violet is quite strong, and I don't want the mixes to overpower each other. Okay, ready? Okay, it doesn't move. Hey, you know what? That's not so bad. I quite like this gradation. You know what? The more that it dries, I'm kind of feeling like that might actually be granulation. That's so weird. All right, next up we have PR242. And this one here is a warm red, sort of like an orange leaning red. If you have PR255 at home or some type of vermilion, those work just as well. Gonna try not to touch that thing up there so the colors don't mix. Okay, let's see, let's see. Oh, this one sort of like creates brown, like nice browns, like a very, what do you call it, like a vibrant, quite vibrant brown, because of like the glowy nature of it. I think I prefer the magenta mix though, just because I like cooler reds, I guess. Queen Gold. Oh, this one is not Queen Gold, as I've mentioned in previous videos. This one is White Knight's Indian Gold, but it does, I use it for my Queen Gold substitute in my palette. I wonder if this will give us nice earthy mixes. I'm not going to use a lot here because this is a yellow as well. It might overpower. Oh, that's a nice brown. That's a beautiful brown. And that's like a nice, sort of like an ochre. That's not bad, actually. Okay, next up, PY3. And I use this as a lemon yellow. So if you don't have PY3 at home, this one is basically like any other lemon yellow. Oh my. Overpowering indeed. But you do get some browns. I'm gonna wash my brush a bit. You do get like these more unrealistic browns, I'd say. It feels like it's almost going to turn gray, but no, it still stays sort of like a brown. Oh no, I'm so sorry. You didn't see that at all. Oh no. Okay, well, moving on. We have PG7, which is phthalo green blue shade. And the reason I chose to use this is because I believe a lot of people have phthalo green blue shade in their palettes. If not, a lot of beginners do buy this color because many people seem to say that phthalo green is a very versatile color and very good very good in mixes, and I do agree. That's why I use it. Okay, this one is a strong tinting color and a strong tinting color. So let's see. Whoa, that's like a black. That's like, whoa. Okay, I really like that one. Super dark black. Now we're getting like a Perylene green here. Wow, okay. I really like that. That's like a black. Wow, I can't, maybe, is that neutral? That looks pretty neutral to me. Okay, that's my favorite color so far. Next we have PV28, and White Knights call theirs cobalt turquoise, but it's basically this tealy, cobalt tealy color. I wonder what this will mix. a dark violet with a bluish teal. Will it be nice? Like a soft purple? Oh, okay. The more cobalt turquoise you mix, it sort of becomes like a gray. Sort of. I quite like that one there though. These ones, not so much. All right, next up. Gotta remember to move up this time. Okay, PV15, which is just phthalo blue. Again, this one is a high tinting color mix. So phthalo blue is high tinting, Perylene violet is also high tinting. I don't think we're gonna get a black since we got a black with the phthalo green already. Will this just be a very dark violet? I wonder. Well, I guess because that's very dark too, but okay, it's like a black, but more like a dark blue. And then the more blue you mix, you get sort of like indigo or indanthrone blue. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, next up we have ultramarine blue. Oops, I should move up. There we go. This one should granulate. Okay, all right. This is more of a purple, sort of more violet-y. You know what? The mixes aren't all that very different from each other because Perylene violet seems to make everything just dark and moody. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at all these mixes starting to dry up, and I think this White Knight's Perylene violet granulates. Okay, I'm gonna put the link below for you guys if you would like to buy it from Jackson's. And I don't know how many people's gonna buy it, but Jackson's isn't importing anything from Russia due to the war, so we don't know how long it's going to be before they restock any Russian products again. So if you're interested in this, do check it out. I'll leave the link down below to White Knight's Perylene violet on Jackson's. All right, this one is PV15 ultramarine violet, and this one is it's lower tinting than Perylene violet, so I'm gonna use a little bit of Perylene violet here, not a lot. Okay, again, nothing much. It's a violet and violet mix. Okay, lastly, PBK11. All right, so I'll be using Daniel Smith's Lunar Black as the PBK11 one here. Oh, that's a lot. Maybe I don't want that much. Okay, we want the granulation to show through, so I think about that much should be enough. Oh no, I'm so sorry, it touched. It touched. Oh, wow. Hey, you're looking good on Bauhome paper. What? You look really good on Bauhome. I don't think I've tried using Daniel Smith colors on Baohong paper. I really like it. Okay, now we just have to wait for it to dry to show up properly. But so far, these other mixes up here that are currently drying up, it looks like granulation is coming through. Okay, like this one, phthalo green is definitely transparent. So where is that coming from? Okay, I'll wait for all of these to dry and then we'll come back and look through them together. Here we are. So I think I could conclude definitively that this does granulate. Now, I don't know if other Perylene violets from other brands granulate, but this White Nights one that I have and the one that a subscriber has too granulates. Although mine doesn't granulate as heavily as theirs, still, that's quite interesting. So if we look at the mixes up close, as you can see here, it does granulate. And with these mixes, I'm going to show all of these here. For the reds, the magenta and the warm red, it seems like for the magenta, it just gives sort of like red violety mixes. And with the granulation showing through, of course. And with the warm red, it's a very odd color where there's like some brown in there because the Perylene violet feels like a brown in this mixture with like a warm red undertone. And then with these two yellows, whether it be warm or cool yellow, I find that both of these yellows give you ranges of earth yellow colors, but also this dark area here with the lemon yellow, it almost gives you like those like dark sepia or like dark Van Dyke colors. I know Van Dyke is mostly low tinting, the natural color, but some brands make their Van Dyke without using the natural pigment, NBR8, and it's usually this like dark transparent color. Here are the earth yellow mixes. I'm personally not a big fan of these. I think where these shine, just like what Denise said from In Liquid Color, she says they shine in their moody mixes, and I definitely agree. Like these ones, blah, right? But like, look at these ones here. Okay, let's start with the PG7 Phthalo Green. As you can see, there's a big drying shift here, so we can't see that black anymore. This one also doesn't look very black. It looks like a neutral tint, or like some sort of gray with a green undertone. And look at that. Look at the granulation. Ooh, ah. But yeah, I really like that. Oh, look, that's a tree, guys. Look at the tree and the branches. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, moving on, we have this one here. Well, to be honest, for this mix, I think if you mixed enough of Perylene Violet and PG7 together, then you could possibly get a neutral black, because I feel like that's what I saw, but there's just a drying shift here that happened, so yeah. Alright, with this cobalt turquoise, cobalt tealy color, we get sort of like, you know, again, misty colors, some granulation happening there, not too much. I don't think I really like this mix. It's sort of like a stormy rain type of feel. I prefer the one with PR179 Perylene Maroon mix. That one gave like a clear gray color. And then as for the blues, I feel like there's not much of a difference, except because phthalo blue is higher tinting than ultramarine blue, it does give you nicer, darker colors. And if you could see here, this one is a pretty good black. And this is like a Payne's Gray-y type of color. And then this one just has some granulation, even though I put a lot of water in. Not too much, but it's still pretty dark. And these ultramarine mixes here, different ratios of each of the pigments. And then for this PV15 ultramarine violet, nothing much there. I think that's not very surprising. It's just like a dark violet going into a softer violet. Again, like these mixes aren't very exciting to me, I guess. It's just a bit of ultramarine violet with the Perylene violet granulation showing through, just a tiny bit, not so much. And then this last one is so beautiful. PBK11. I used Lunar Blue by Daniel Smith. And I didn't think it'll show, but it does. Like, look at that. Now it's black speckles with like a base of the Perylene violet color that actually, like, okay, the camera isn't doing it justice, but it's a very nice. Okay, if you guys try PBK11 with Quin Magenta PR122, it's sort of like that, but deeper, darker violet. But the color does show through and it's very clear. Sort of like this one here. Beautiful. Okay, let's zoom out together. All right, there we go. These are all the colors. I think I'd say this probably isn't a color for me personally. I mean, these mixes here don't excite me at all. I feel like I could mix other colors to make browns and these just meh, okay? But like these earth browns, yellow earth browns, I feel like I could mix my own that would create something that I would prefer better than these. And personally for me, I think a big surprise, the Lunar Black one. I really liked that one. And I think I also really love these two, so Phthalo Green and Phthalo Blue. They give really like dark inky blacks. Now this one did have a drying shift, yes, but you know what? It's really nice, I really like that. And also the most surprising for me is that this color turns out to be granulating. But you know what? It seems like Denise's range of brands of Perylene Violet in her video, I'll put it here, and I'll link her video down below as well. It seems like her range of brands don't granulate. So I think if you want to try this color with the granulation, maybe try getting White Nights. As always, I'll put the scans of these at the very end. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to drink lots of water and stay hydrated.